There are tools available to manage reactivity in the group class setting. Proactively adding space when you have a potentially reactive dog or a mildly reactive dog by setting them up farther away from other students. And providing them a snuffle mat for an option to engage in something enriching and a pleasurable thing for them to do with other dogs in their presence. You can also teach the handler to do find it, a backup recall, or a lure and spill when they see their dog noticing another dog before they escalate. Find it is where we spill a handful of treats on the floor and tell our dogs to find it. A backup recall is where you put the treat on the dog's nose, lure their head to face you, and you back up a few steps with your dog facing you. Then deliver that treat to the dog or spill those treats on the floor. A lure and spill is where we put the treat on the dog's nose, have them follow it to turn 180 degrees away from that other dog, and then spill the treats onto the floor or onto the snuffle mat if it's handy. It can also be valuable to evaluate the treats that the handler is using. Higher value treats may make it easier for the dog to focus on the handler than what is going on in the room around them. And finally, a barrier may be necessary. Putting up a visual barrier can help a dog settle into class. We can use a barrier up to 2 times for a dog in class if they are struggling. There are a few additional tools, such as rewarding your dog for calm behavior. Every time they're just slightly more calm than they were the second before, offering them a treat or a pet, whatever's rewarding for them. You could also use some of their well-known skills, such as sit, down, or watch me, as a way to hold their attention in those situations. We can also mark and reward every time our dog looks at another dog. We want to reward generously for this behavior to make that positive association with other dogs. As you can see, there are a variety of tools to use when managing reactivity in the classroom. Some are more appropriate than others, and some require a little more skill to execute than others. Each situation should be evaluated independently, and the tools used should be based on the dog, the handler, and the situation.